Hey Valley Middle, welcome to your first G67 math training video. Yes, a training video. The whole purpose is just kind of get you used to what we'll be doing in your independent work time throughout the G67 distance learning program. Each day I'm going to ask you to divide up and organize your work before you get started so I know where things are when I'm looking at your work. You're going to take a picture of your work at the end of the day and email it to me. And I want to know where each set of problems is going to be. So you can divide up this into 4 sections. You got your review, you got your guided problems. This is where our video work is going to be. There's going to be some pause problems and a ticket to the show. That's what that stands for. In your independent practice, you can divide that up. If you're one of those kids who's fairly neat and a small writer, you can put it on one page of your notebook. If you're like me, you want a little more room, just take and divide it in 2 like this. And you can have your 4 parts right there, okay? And then you can still lean your iPad camera back and take one picture of both pages of your notebook. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to go ahead and do our review problems. So we'll do those. Take about 5 minutes to see if you can answer these problems. Actually, it should take about 5 seconds. Usually I give kids 5 minutes. Okay, go ahead and write your name down up in the top right-hand portion someplace. What name identifies this shape? Write the hidden number on Mrs. Crothers' face. She's a pretty cool science teacher. Don't tell her I said that. And what's 1 plus 1? All right. Now, typically I would go over the answers to these problems, but you've probably got those all pretty easily answered. So they should be kind of up in this portion here. Now we're going to go into the instructional portion where I'm going to do an instructional video. So the next thing we'll be working in this top right hand corner here. So I'm just going to flip right into it. Hey Valley Middle, welcome to your math video. Tonight we're going to be looking at what are the different parts of a math video, how do you upload something, and how do you model something. Before we do that, let's start with our trivia question of the day. Who is this person? I'll give you the answer to that after our video tonight. All right, officially tonight, our targets are as follows. I can understand the structure of a G67 lesson, and I can upload a document or picture to Schoology. All right. We first start every lesson with some must-know words or a question that we want to be able to answer. So the only thing I could come up with here is I had to have some sort of a math video, so I just put the word model down. A model is some sort of a representation or to show how to do something. Then we go into some instruction. The instruction will always be on yellow slides as well. The yellow slides mean instruction. That's why I start with the yellow slide on the vocabulary word as well. Could you model 1 plus 3 equals 4? Well, here I took 1 heart, I put 3 more, and now I have 4. It's just a simple model or representation of it. There's different ways you could have done it, but I just chose to do it this way. All right, now I'm going to see if you can do the same thing and give you your first pause problem. Here it is, 2 plus 1 equals 3. So now, up in your video portion up here, up here, I want you to write PP, and I want you to draw a representation, or if you're on this bigger side, do PP. PP stands for pause problems. These are the ones you stop and answer during a video. So go ahead and draw a representation or model of 2 plus 1 equals 3. I usually say something weird right about here. Okay, here's what I did. Well, here's 2 hearts, there's 1 more, and there's a total of 3. All right, now you're ready for your ticket to the show. This is another important component. Notice how the pause problems I give you the answer to. The ticket to the show, I'm not going to give you the answers for. So now we are putting this right up here in this ticket to the show portion. And I'd like you to draw a line to separate the pause problems from the ticket to show. So up in this corner of the page, after you put PP and you put your little representation of 2 plus 1, now put TTTS and draw a line above that. Or if you're doing it this way, and let's go ahead and answer these questions for the ticket to the show. What color slide do I teach on? Which color did I have those problems on, the vocabulary and where I modeled that first problem? And what do you call the problems that you have to stop and try? What did I call those? The initials are PP. See if you can figure out what it is from there. All right, congratulations. You finished your pause problems and tickets to the show. Now I'll give you the answer to tonight's trivia question. Who is this person? Most of you probably know her, Billie Eilish. Born, I think, in 2001 or so. She's about 18 years old. Her and her brother Phineas make some pretty good music. My kids like them. Try to pick out somebody young that you guys might recognize, not somebody that I would recognize. Okay, thanks for watching. That's the end of our instructional video. Well, the next thing I would do then is we're going to transition into some guided practices. And usually I would take and review whatever math target we did. And so I'm just going to do a simple little review here. So we practice in your video modeling a representation of a number sentence. So in this one here, I could model this as 1 plus 1. And I could show that the sum of that would be 2 over here. So this would be one way to represent that. Okay. Now, another way to represent this one here would be 3. We could do it this way. I'm going to go down this time, 3. And take away 1 here. Whoops. And then having 2 over here is the difference. When 3 take away 1, the difference is 2. Okay, time for some independent practice. Now, the independent practice, these guided ones, I'd have liked you to put down here. So if you haven't done that, I'll show you those and just draw those real quickly down there. And then I'm going to have you draw 2 more simple problems down here. Then you'll have completed up here your review, your video work, your guided, and in your independent practice problems. So let's go ahead and give you a second to, you can freeze it and draw those quick if you didn't draw them. Okay, down here, this is your independent practice. Go ahead and try this by yourself. All right, 2 plus 2 is 4, so I'm just going to grab a couple of these guys here. There's 2. 2 and 4. I think I'll stack these. You know what? I'll do it like this, just to be different. Okay, and then 2 minus 1. 2 here. If I could flip them fast, I would, but it's kind of hard to flip these guys. Taking away 1, and there's 1 left. All right, so there I've modeled them for you as well. When I do independent practice, I usually give you kids the answers to things as well. All right, now you are ready to take a picture of this information and upload it to a Schoology assignment. Now I'm going to have a separate video that will show you how to do that. Many of you already know how to do it, but if you can't or you don't know how to do that, I'll have a video. My daughter will show you how to go about doing that. All right, thanks for listening.